Hey guys, my name is Joey Thomas, entrepreneur and small business educator here with 17 Hats. Now, today's video has been one that I have been looking forward to, and I really enjoy this topic because it has to do with our brains. And today's video is about the number one tip to stay focused and avoid distractions in your day. Yes, I have one tip that I believe is going to help you stay a lot more focused and avoid distractions. So, in a world where everything is competing for our attention, how do we as small business owners stay focused? It seems like an impossible task, right? From sales ads to TikToks to YouTube videos, Netflix, family obligations, and endless notifications on our mobile devices, it feels impossible to tune it all out and focus on the task at hand. I'm going to start here by dispelling a common myth that laser focus leads to success. Now, why am I even saying that? All right, let me back that up. Research from both Princeton and Berkeley universities actually shows that laser focus does not, in fact, automatically lead to success. Our brains are not wired to be hyper-focused on a single task for very long periods of time. It's actually a survival instinct to constantly be aware of our surroundings, to scan for threats, or as a parent, to scan for threats to people we love, right? So is it a hopeless cause? Not at all. MIT neuroscientists have actually identified a brain circuit controlled by what's called the prefrontal cortex. I know this is nerdy stuff, which allows us to suppress unwanted visuals and noises, and it actually helps us focus. With the right habits, we can train our brains to focus better. Now that's good news, but instead of getting into the science of it all, let's talk about the number one tip that's going to help us as we're trying to focus on our client projects, our deadlines, our marketing, and all of that other good stuff. Okay, here we go. Here is the tip. I'm just going to lay it on you, and then we'll talk about why this is important. Do not check your phone within the first hour of waking up. Now, I hope you're listening. Do not check your phone within the first hour of waking up. Let me back this up. Here's a few reasons why this is going to help you stay focused and avoid distractions. Number one, when you start the day with social media, you're actually priming your brain to seek new posts, comments, notifications, and just what's new. Same goes with email or messages from company platforms such as Slack. See, according to Dr. Nicole Benders-Hattie, the information overload that hits you before you're fully awake actually interferes with your ability to prioritize tasks. And then Julie Morgenstern, the author of the book Never Check Email in the Morning, agrees with this. According to Julie, when you check your email or notifications first thing in the morning, you'll never recover. Those requests and those interruptions, those unexpected surprises, and those reminders and problems are endless. There's very little that cannot wait for a minimum of 59 minutes, right? And so when checking social media or email, the brain releases a lot of dopamine. It's a neurochemical that you've heard of that makes you feel rewarded. The brain craves this dopamine. So it will stimulate the repetition of behaviors, follow me here, that lead to that dopamine release in the first place. So hence the endless cycle of checking social media. Just do it as an experiment. At least try this out one day or 2 days. Don't look at your phone in that first hour. And if you want to really try the other side of it, look at your phone in the first hour and see how much your brain craves those notifications and looking for updates. I can attest to the fact that this is 100% true. Now, the same effect is actually in place when you see deals and sales and ads or promotional text messages. You are primed to seek more, possibly, and some of you can attest to this, possibly even causing you to spend more money that day than you plan to. So a simple way to avoid this or to do this is to set up your do not disturb setting on a schedule. It'll only turn off after an hour of waking, which allows you to make more productive choices with your morning. So another way is to possibly use a classic alarm clock, and that can help quite a bit. Now, I use the technique of leaving my phone far enough away from my bed so that I'll just use Siri to say, Siri, snooze my alarm or turn off the alarm, right? Now, the next reason why you shouldn't check your messages in the first hour is an extension of my last point that I made, and is that your thoughts and your focus are actually hijacked by new messages, emails, and notifications that you may have just received. Now, your mind will end up being occupied by what others want of you instead of what you have decided to do. Now, I'm not saying what others want isn't important for the day, but it's better that we get to proactively choose and prioritize rather than starting the morning in a state of reaction. Now, for parents out there who have to get their kids out in the morning, guys, trust me, I understand. This is a very stressful time of the day, especially if they aren't on time. But this year, I did the best thing I could have done to be able to control and minimize that stress. I just had a conversation with my kids and I said, I will no longer stress about getting them to school, and if they're not cooperating, if they're not waking up in time or brushing their teeth or doing whatever, I'll just simply tell them once, and whatever the result is, they have to deal with the consequences when they get to the school. Now, since I've done that and I've just left it up to them, it took a little while, but they've made adjustments and they have been better with their time. And so not only have we been on time, but it is not stressful and it's very peaceful in the morning as we're trying to get there. So guys, with all that said, what can we do, right? What can we do in the morning that helps us prime it for productivity and focus? Here's just a few suggestions, and you guys might have more suggestions, so please feel free to use the comments and let us know. Here's a few suggestions. Exercise, reading, writing, proactive goal setting, making yourself a healthy breakfast, listening to a podcast. Now, whatever you decide to do, you should feel a sense of calm and enjoyment doing it. Now, for those of you who know me, you know that I love coffee. And the process of grinding the beans and pulling my espresso and making my latte art, it's very peaceful for me. I have to hyper focus on this one thing, and it actually helps me calm down and prepare for the day. I also enjoy cooking, so I like making breakfast. And sometimes I might do a little bit of reading before I get started, just to get my brain firing and working, guys. So what will you be doing to start your day the right way? How will you prime your brain for focus? Let's just make sure that at least we try not to look at your phone or your email or your computer in the first hour of waking up, and find something to replace it with. So guys, go ahead and use those comments. Let us know what you do. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the 17 Hats channel. I'll be back with more videos just like this. See you again soon.